Hi, I'm Jeff Banks. So welcome to the Retail Insight here at Spring Fair. I'm delighted to be joined by Kay Hutchinson of Coopers of Stortford because we're celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Spring Fair. Actually, the biggest trade fair that still exists in Great Britain. So it's quite a landmark. What we're going to be doing is talking to Kay about her business and how important Spring Fair is to her. So Kay, welcome. So tell me a little bit about Coopers of Stortford.
Well, Coopers of Stortford, I'm head of product marketing and product operations. But Coopers
Big cheese.
Big cheese. Well, not quite. There's a few. There's a few big cheeses. But basically, Coopers of Stortford started about 30 years ago. And it was originally a market trading company. And then they opened a shop in Bishop Stortford. And from there, catalogues then were introduced.
Yeah.
So we're a traditional catalogue mail order company. However, we have a very big online presence. We've got over 10,000 products online, and ranging from garden, home and lifestyle, wellness, even shoes and clothing. So it's quite a broad range.
You've actually taken something which was almost back to the 1930s, the catalogue business. That's how it started. People actually getting credit, not being able to afford things.
Absolutely.
So that's how all the Littlewoods and the Freemans and all of those actually started. You picked that up 30 years ago. So you were kind of in almost towards the end of it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the online business started to develop.
Yeah.
So
we
you're
had to get on
a crossroads.
Yes, absolutely. So
how difficult is it for you to actually run these two strands of knowing what the customer is, first of all? Who is the Coopers customer?
So the Coopers customer is an older customer. So they are, they're very receptive to catalogues. And when they get a catalogue, you've got, they'll sit down, get a cup of tea, and they'll read it like a magazine from cover to cover. They love it. Yeah. They love the read. They love us telling the story about what a product does for them to help them. Online is a completely different story, of course. You've got a younger customer, which is great because it means you're expanding your market. And that has its challenges, though.
So how do you research both of those mentalities? Grandma and grandchild in a way.
Yeah, I
suppose, and everybody in between.
Well, we're very much so, even though the product itself is probably lending itself towards a older customer, when you look through the range, there are things in there that appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
So that naturally appeals to a younger customer. We're not talking teenagers, but a younger sort of 25, 35.
A young married.
Yes, exactly. Age, because all the products that we sell have a purpose. So it's not just something that's decorative. It wouldn't be just a plant pot or a plant or a table. We offer something that does a job, that will fix something or it will help you do something.
So is that the remit of the catalogue? It's got to be functional.
It really is, and it's got to have a USP.
Okay.
Every product's got to have a USP.
So when you're actually searching for the composition of the catalogue, you arrive at Spring Fair. Mm-hmm. How open do you have to be to new ideas, new concepts?
My gosh. The Spring Fair and Autumn Fair are very, very important to us as a business because that's where you pick up ideas, innovation, and also trends. And you'll see things repetitively as you walk through the show. Our buyers, we're taught, we don't arrange meetings with suppliers because you can have those meetings outside of the Spring Fair. We are taught to walk the walk, and that means going every row religiously because around that next corner might be that just one product that, is like what our customers are waiting for.
So how does that filter through into becoming a buy? So do you get together of an evening? Do you actually collate all those ideas and do it after the show? How do you actually communicate with one another to say, I've just spotted the next big thing?
Well, you literally get back into the office and say, look, I found this is brilliant. And then literally we would then pick up the phone to the supplier, negotiate costs and get product, samples in and get it photographed, and it will be in the catalogue. But more importantly, it's online too. And what we find is that when we find a winning product, then that's where you really do treat it like a hero.
Right.
This is a real opportunity for small businesses if they've got great ideas, because if they can exhibit at the Spring Fair, it's people like us that will come and find them and make their product into a hero.
Yeah.
So what not only will it could potentially have a front cover page on the catalogue, but also is a hero position online. We'll have it off the page. It will be promoted on a pay-per-click. It will be promoted on Amazon. So it's a big opportunity.
Yeah.
And I find that over the 25 years that I've been in this business, working for various different similar companies, that I can probably count on my hand less than five people that have approached me directly with a great idea and said, you need this. So these fairs are really important.
So you have to go and find it.
We have to go and find it.
Now, is
through
that
our research and, seeing what's going on online, but also these fairs are really important.
in the old days of exhibitions, and I go back that far to remember them, you actually waited for somebody to sign the order on the stand?
Oh, yes.
Doesn't happen anymore. Is that
No.
the reason why that you need to go back and digest it?
Yes, but also we've got a lead time on catalogue.
Yeah.
And we treat it in season. So we've done and dusted all of our autumn winter range.
Yeah.
We're
You're
already
spring
on spring
25.
summer already. So we're planning that now. So
Yeah.
we do have a little bit of a lead time. But saying that, for online, it can be immediate,
So
we won't
it's-
buy it there and then on the stand, but we would certainly go back and talk about it, get the sample in, and then say, yeah, we need to get it online straight away. Because the other presence we have online is not just our stocked products, but also as an opportunity for a supplier to offer their goods as a drop ship line.
Right.
So that's how we get the range extensions. We're able to offer things that are not available in our
Yeah.
catalogue.
So spring 25 autumn fair, is that a bit late for you?
The autumn fair, what we're doing,
Spring fair.
the spring fair, we'll be looking for products for autumn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or for spring 26?
Yes, yes.
Would you be looking that far ahead, a
Yes.
year ahead?
Absolutely, but as I say, if it's something that's brilliant and it's a great idea, we want to get out there quick.
Right.
So we would get it online, and and we would get it out to the customers. We have email marketing. We can get it on pay-per-click. We can get it on Amazon. So yeah, that's also immediate.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
the immediate bit, and then that's the long range bit.
We're looking at a catalogue business, which the catalogue industry, if I go back to Sears Roebuck in America, started in 1895.
Wow, yeah.
We're actually dealing with a business that's like 100, 125 years old. What do you see the future for the catalogue business for you going forward? Printed paper.
Oh my gosh, that's a difficult one.
I know, 25
It's a
years
really
from now.
difficult one. Oh my gosh, I'd like to say print is not dead,
Yeah.
because I know that customers love to receive print, and I know that some brands, they've said, right, we're not going to do any print anymore, and then they bought it back in. It is expensive, that's the problem, postage and paper is very, very expensive.
Is the distribution the more difficult bit rather than actually creating and printing the magazine?
Yeah, it really is.
It's getting it there.
Yeah, it really is. But we know we've got, obviously it's now digital first.
Yeah.
We've got to think this is how majority of customers are going to be shopping is digitally. So, that is probably the direction that we should be.
But do you like it as much, shopping digitally?
Do I like it? Yeah, I'm coming more attuned to it. Of course, I've got teenage children. They don't move away from their screens. So,
Yeah. No, it's just
and I look how
everybody-
they shop.
Everybody spoke, like 10 years ago, the end of the magazine. When I go into my magazine shop in Soho now, there are more new magazines than I've ever seen in my lifetime.
So
there's obviously, and they're
A
aimed at a
market.
very young market. So there's obviously an appetite,
Yes,
as
yeah.
you said, for people actually getting something,
Yeah.
turning the
Flicking it
pages,
through.
and
Yeah.
actually going back to
Yeah.
it and having time with it.
Yeah, because we're all about strong headlines, and it is a bit like how do you get a product across to a customer online easier than what you would do in print?
Yeah.
You've got a chance to explain what this product does for you.
How many of these catalogues do you send out a month?
We send catalogues out every 3 weeks to our customer
How
file.
many?
So about 600 to 800,000 every 3 weeks.
600,000 to 800,000.
Every 3 weeks. to
And
our
how
customer.
far is the reach on that? Is that just in the UK, or
It's all, yeah.
is that into Europe as well?
Not into Europe, but we
Okay.
are part of a bigger company which
Yeah.
are based in Europe.
Okay.
So-
So basically, Cooper's dealing with the UK and Ireland, I imagine?
Yeah, Northern Ireland as
Yeah,
well. So
okay.
yeah, so yeah, big business.
Yeah, fantastic.
It is a big business, and lots of opportunity, obviously, for new product
Yeah.
and new ideas. So
Okay. If I asked you to sum up Spring Fair in one word, what would it be?
oh gosh, that's a tricky one. It's necessary. Is that a good enough word? It's a necessary.
Sounded, from everything you said, the excitement of the Spring Fair, it sounded kind of almost domestic, like doing the washing up.
Oh
And
yes.
I know it's not like that for you.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
The
No,
buzz.
no, definitely. There's no doubt about it. There is 8 of us in the team that will walk the walk.
Right. So what puts the hairs up on the back of your neck when you go through the doors?
The excitement of finding a new product.
Excitement.
Yeah, excitement. And finding a new product that you know that customers will buy into. Years ago, we bought this, it's for another business, but a similar business.
Yeah.
We found this loo seat, and it was an acrylic loo seat with the shells and the fishes and that.
Yeah.
And you can, it's available now.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't. It was an Australian business, and they were exhibiting at the Spring Fair.
Yeah.
And at that point, of course, it was very, very expensive production. So it cost about £40-50. And we thought, this isn't going to work. No way is this going to work. And but we thought, well, it's innovative, it's unusual. Where would you find something like that? But we would have to sell it for £150, which we did in order to have our margins. Yeah. And lo and behold, we bought 50 of them, thinking, oh, we should, Anyway, in the end, we had to then get 500 flown across because customers loved it, and they were very happy to spend £150 on this loo seat because it was new and different and unusual. So, that's the opportunity we look for.
I wonder
somewhere like the Spring
if King
Fair.
Charles had one that he tucked under his arm. That
I
was
wonder.
valid.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no,
So,
that's what
excitement.
we want. Yeah, excitement and innovation.
Thank you. Great. Thank you very much indeed.